90-Day Fiancé Happily Ever After? Star Loren Brovarnik has always been candid about her health issues on social media. Loren met her husband Alexei Brovarnik during a 10-day birthright trip to Israel. He was her group's medic. Loren had volunteered to be a trip staff member and was a Birthright Israel alumna at the time. Loren and Alexei spent a year in a long-distance relationship. Alexei then came to the US on a K-1 visa. As seen on 90-Day Fiancé Season 3, they welcomed their first son Shai in 2020, followed by Asher in 2021. Loren and Alexei had 3 kids in 3 years. Loren gave birth to baby Ariel in September 2022. After documenting their journey as new parents in Loren Alexei after the 90 days, the pair returned to the franchise with 90-Day Fiancé Happily Ever After. Loren's storyline is focused on her regaining her pre-baby body by going under the knife. Loren's mom is worried about Loren's health, as there could be complications, such as popping a blood vessel and potentially bleeding during and after surgery. Loren first spoke about having Tourette syndrome on an episode of 90-Day Fiancé in 2016. She had been upset because Alexei had told his mother about her diagnosis without her permission. Loren didn't discuss the condition until after the first season of the show aired, and she received a lot of negative comments about her tics online. Fans assumed Loren was on drugs due to her involuntary movements. They also made fun of her wonky eye. However, she is now using her platform to bring awareness to the syndrome. She no longer feels the need to hide her symptoms. Loren told People in 2019 that she wants to help change the way Tourette syndrome is perceived. Loren became an ambassador for the Tourette Association of America. Tourette's even affected her pregnancies. In an interview with E.T., Loren mentioned how she was ticking so bad during her second pregnancy. Loren and Alexei said they weren't worried about having children because they knew that if any of them had it, they would deal with it. Loren started to talk about Tourette more and has become comfortable in her own skin. Loren started speaking candidly about her postpartum journey a month after welcoming her first child in 2020. She had posted a selfie on Instagram with her emotional caption. She said that she'd experienced some postpartum depression and didn't like being judged. People were sharing unsolicited advice. She said she'd been a nervous Nelly. Loren had some worries about being a parent. She found herself wondering if she was putting her son's diaper on correctly, or if she was nursing him properly and burping him enough. She asked if it was okay for her to cry. Being a new mom was a roller coaster of emotions for Loren. Having the baby earlier than expected had intensified her stress levels. In September 2022, Loren's daughter, Ariel, was still in the NICU, and the young mom broke down on Instagram. Loren was looking at baby pics of her little boys and started to uncontrollably cry. She said the PPD was 10x harder for her this time. Loren felt beyond emotionally drained and literally not happy. Loren wanted to be left alone all the time. Her fans' kind words meant the world to her during this difficult time. Fortunately, Ariel continued to grow steadily. Early September 2024 marked Ariel's second birthday. Loren took to Instagram to share her elation over the family's health and happiness. Distressing pictures of the infant in the NICU juxtapose images of the joyous little girl in Loren's birthday post. The comments section bursts with delighted fans, all overjoyed to see Ariel's progress. Loren was told some difficult health news on an episode of Loren Alexei after the 90 days. While she was preparing to welcome her daughter Ariel, Loren learned that she had gestational diabetes. She needed to closely monitor her blood sugar and was told to eat a special diet. Loren explained to the cameras that babies tend to grow faster when the mother has gestational diabetes. If Loren didn't get her diet under control, she'd have to start insulin, and she was terrified of needles. Loren would have to get her blood drawn 4 times a day. Loren also had to pee on a stick every single morning. While it was hard at first, Loren thought she was doing really good. Loren used to have cravings when she was pregnant with Shai and Asher. However, Loren didn't have the same urges when she was pregnant for the 3rd time. She just wanted a little bit of everything. Loren was ordered to have 2 weeks of bed rest after having contractions at just 32 weeks pregnant. She was told to deliver the baby a week later. Ariel had to spend time in the NICU and was brought home almost 2 months later. In March 2024, Loren showed her vulnerable side and decided to address a new medical concern on social media. Fans had seemingly been noticing some concerning symptoms and asked her to seek medical attention. Loren's supporters reached out to her to ask her to take her health seriously. They wanted her to get a full checkup done. Loren decided to listen to her fans and consulted an endocrinologist. Loren got some tests done and found out that she had a thyroid issue. Loren took to Instagram to thank the followers who were concerned about her health. Some of Loren's fans suggested that Loren see a dermatologist. She had been complaining about getting acne all over her face. Loren discovered her skin issues were due to her underlying thyroid problem. Loren was grateful that she had found out the real reason behind the friends continuously popping over her face. Loren said she was thankful to all the followers who genuinely cared about her well-being among the trolls who usually show up on her page's comment section. Loren explained that one of the lasting effects of her having 3 C-sections in 2.5 years was abdominal diastasis. Loren's abdominal muscles had separated and they won't go back. 90-Day Fiancé's Loren was getting cosmetic surgery to repair her abdominal rectus diastasis. According to the Cleveland Clinic, diastasis recti is a common condition in pregnant and postpartum people. It occurs when the rectus abdominis muscles, six-pack of muscles, separate during pregnancy from being stretched. It could make a person's belly stick out and make it look like they're pregnant for months or years after pregnancy. With so many fluctuations in her health and mental state, the opportunity to improve her self-image seemed like the obvious next step. Considering the sheer number of health scares, detriments to her health, and persistent negative comments online, a natural surgery to regain her pre-pregnancy body was what the mother of 3 wanted. Loren finally indulged in the cosmetic procedure. This entailed liposuction, the process of removing fat from one area of the body and transferring said fat to her breasts. Understanding the risk of going under the needle, Loren opted to get her surgery with double board certified plastic surgeon, Dr. Devib Haker. This respected surgeon has amassed over 42K followers on his Instagram. His page boasts an incredible roster of satisfied clients who've had some unbelievable transformations. Loren is seemingly just as happy with her surgery. Loren posted an update on her Instagram, sharing with her fans that she had undergone a procedure to eliminate her surgical scars. Loren raved about her new body and the confidence boost that her transformation gave her. In her caption, Loren maintains, "I truly couldn't be happier. Here's a reminder that your happiness means more than you realize and it's okay to live your best life." She beamed, radiant and confident, but acknowledged the controversy behind her decision by saying whether you agree with my decision or not. While many criticize the mother, it rings true that what she does with her body is her choice. She can decide for herself what's best.